everybody! CW here. We're going to load some 4570. Now, if you're going to watch this video on YouTube, you're not going to see the whole thing. I can't show it to you. We're going to show you just little pieces, but the entire video is going to be over on Rumble. So this is just going to be highlights. If you're on YouTube, we're not going to show you everything because it's against the guidelines and I can't do that. But the whole thing is going to be over on Rumble. You can check it out over there. And there's the last one. So, if you're back over here on YouTube, you missed a few steps, but we just finished sizing all these cases. So that's all done. So now what we're going to do, we're going to check and see how our overall length is. What is our overall length on the, I'm sorry, our case length, not our overall length, our case length. So we're just going to take our measuring device here, and we're going to make sure it's set on 0. And we're going to go back to our manual, and I'll show you this here. Let me find the page where it is, 4570 government. Okay, now in this Lyman manual, there's 3 different setups, 3 different sets of loads. You've got trapdoor, 1886 and 1895 Marlin, and you've got Ruger number 1 and number 3 only. So I believe you've got a Henry, which is going to be the same strength as the Winchester or the Marlin without worry. You could probably get into the low end of these loads and still be fine, but let's just play it safe and stay over here. If you're worried at all, you can stay with the trapdoor loads. Those are the lowest level loads. I'm sorry, we're still in the Marlin and the Winchester loads. You go over here to the trapdoor loads, 1873 Springfield. Those are trapdoor loads. And it'll give you the data and the powders for all these. So, my point for showing you all those is that they're all 3 going to give you the overall length that you need. In other words, with the bullet seated in the case. And our maximum length is 2.550. But down here in test components, trim to length is 2.095. So we could probably hedge that a little bit and still be okay. But generally speaking, if you're finding your case is longer than, say, 7 thousandths, 8 thousandths longer than that, you're probably going to want to trim them. But let's just measure and see what we got here. So 2095. Let's see what that works out to with our tool. So I'm thinking you know how to read one of these. But 1 complete revolution is basically a 1/10. All the way around 1 time moves your indicator there 1. Let's zoom in a little bit here for you. You can see what I'm looking at. So 1 full revolution with the needle gets you 1. 10 of those gets you 1 inch. So there's 1 inch. So we were 2.095. Is that what that says? Let's see. I got it right over here. I left it open. 2.095. So let's just get a case out of our block. I'm zoomed in just a little bit too much. Let me zoom out just a little bit. And our length here is 2.0. 2.11. 2.11. So we're a little bit long. Let's try another one. This one is 2.10. So our maximum length is right there. So we are 6 thousandths long. Take one out of the middle and just check it. We are about 7 thousandths long. Go over here on the end. We're about 9 thousandths long. So we're in the realm. That one's shorter. That one's still longer than 095. That one's right on 2.1. So a few thousandths long. These are right at the length where we should trim them. That one's right on. That one's, let's see, that one's 11 thousandths long. So let's see if I've got a trimming setup, speedy trimming setup for the Boss case prep station over here. Stand by, let's look. And here's the last one. And if you noticed, I didn't do the outside deburr, I just did the inside. Well, this is a Lee tool. And you've heard me say a whole bunch of times I don't like Lee. I don't like Lee certain things. Some things I love. This is one thing they got really right. This is their deburring tool. There's the outside. Spin it over for the pointy end. Put on the inside. There's the inside. It works really, really good. It leaves a very, very smooth finish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deburr. Never takes off too much because it's not really a cutter per se. Really ingenious. It works really good. Okay, stand by. Okay, if you're back on watching from YouTube, we've done a few steps that you've missed, but we're making progress. We have our cases all sized and we have our cases all trimmed to length. All right, that's all done. If you're watching on YouTube, we just flared all these case heads. And there we go. You watched this on YouTube. You didn't see everything. You kind of just got glazed over, and that's the way I intended it, because that's what we have to do because of the laws and regulations here on YouTube. Got to keep everybody safe. So if you want to watch the entire video of everything that needs to be done, you got to go over on Rumble. CW. Ow!